the day going so far for you? Yeah?
Yeah. How about for you?
Well, good. You're in the sort of the nice sort of air-conditioned oasis in the middle of it all. You see, I think that...
Is this the cool room?
Well, it's one of so far.
Wow.
Yesterday was, I don't know, yeah, you were here yesterday for the terrible heat and crazy weather and stuff. Yeah.
How about that lightning?
I know. I, for the first time, I think, ever, saw lightning hit something yesterday.
Wait, what built? Somebody was telling me, was this the
No,
something
this was
tower?
just on the highway. I was driving down the highway,
God.
and in front of us, it hit the car in front of us. And the car just went, oh, and kept going. I was like, does that mean everyone inside is fried or something? Like, what happens when...
And just kept going.
It just kept going. So we just kept going, too.
Are we okay for audio?
Canadians are tough.
We are tough.
You just get hit by lightning, you're like, yeah, I'm going to keep driving.
You know what? I'm gonna be fucking 9.
Oh my God, I love that. Somebody else was like, yeah, I saw it hit the, what is the tower? It's
Oh,
like
the CN Tower.
Yes. He was like, yeah, I was looking at the tower and the tower got hit. I was like,
Well,
did it look like it got hit? No, it got hit.
It's like horror movie hit. Like, you know that thing where it looks like a lightning bolt and it hits
It looks like a fake lightning bolt, but it's
Richard,
real.
we're ready.
Oh, great.
Okay, Slate.
Congratulations.
If you could just start with who you were.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Richard Crouse, CTV's Canada AM. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
I've been told that you were intimidated to work with Bill Murray. Can that be true?
Yes. Is that not true for every human being? I mean, yes. Oh my God.
And why so?
In every possible way, he's an icon. I think he is such a good actor. I mean, less about he's one of the funniest human beings. I was intimidated because he's such a good actor in this role. Like I thought, boy, this is right in his wheelhouse, because I just knew he wasn't going to overplay it, and then to see him do it so subtly and so underplayed, which made you love that character so much. It was like a masterclass for me.
Well, do you think, I mean, Maggie, you don't play her as broadly as maybe you would have Tammy or someone like that. It's a much different kind of performance.
It wasn't her.
And yeah, that's not her, right?
No.
And so I guess is looking back at some of Bill's performances, and I don't want to make this all about him, but looking back at some of his performances and seeing how he can, do slapstick 1 second and then turn on a dime and do something else really meaningful the second. Did that drip down into Maggie a little bit, your character?
I mean, it's kind of it's what I always strive for. I think even when I'm playing, I've played a lot of characters that are very, very vocal, very aggressive. It's been what the character's called for. But even within those, my favorite things are always even in those bombastic parts when you still have to let that character at some point touch down.
Mm-hmm.
And even in a bigger, just straight comedy, I think you always have that moment where something's got to break a little. You see why they're so loud, why they're so, at least for the women I've played, I always think there's always a reason someone's so ballsy and and it's nice when you see the crack in the veneer where you're like, oh, it's part of their insecurity. They stay loud so nobody yells at them or whatever it is. And I think that the same kind of applies to this one. The character I don't think she was putting on much of a facade. I think she was falling apart more openly. I think she had just kind of buckled down and just keep moving forward, do the best I can. And I kind of like that she was stripped down to there's no more tricks. She's out of tricks. She's just trying to survive, really.
Well, and around them, whether or not the characters want it or not, they're building a little family around them, which is the kind of, uplifting, inspiring thing when you think that, one of the characters is a prostitute and one is a guy that drinks too much and, one is a working mom who spends way too much time at work. But they're building this unconventional family, which I think is a lovely message. It's a lovely message that Ted handled so beautifully because it doesn't feel sentimental. It doesn't feel like, and now the message is, I think somewhere in this, you just get the feeling kind of in the pit of your stomach that maybe don't judge a book by its cover, that you don't know. You don't know that person you walk by on the street that you make some kind of judgment in your head about. It's like, you don't know what wonderful things or what their life experience is. And I think that's a really important thing for people to be reminded of.
today.
Thank you so much. That's
Yeah,
it.
thank
Look
you.
at your sparkly ring.
Well, I
wow.
thought, if not now, when?
Don't you love me? Well, thank you.